does it even matter to the prosecution that the Senate impeachment court designated a presiding officer other
To
than the
the
Senate president? Does it even matter to you? Is it even an issue?
well, to us in the prosecution, we have always consistently said that the case will rise and fall or will sink or swim depending on the evidence. And on the prosecution side, we are saying that the evidence is strong regardless of the technical objections that may be pushed forward by some senator judges, or regardless of legal arguments like pendency in the Supreme Court, or and most of all, regardless of who is the presiding Senate judge. No?
Mm-mm.
Um, we would have been comfortable with Senator Senate President Win. We're very comfortable with Senator Presiding Judge Cheese, or any of them, no, who would be designated, because ganyan kami ka-confident that
Okay.
this will be decided on the merits, or hopefully will be decided in the merits of the case.
Okay. You mentioned that there were no surprises, pero let's talk about your self-assessment. So I suppose every day meron kayong ano no post-mortem after the trial.
Oh yes.
So kumusta yung assessment nyo dun sa naging presentation, at least yung opening statement ng prosecution kanina? Of course, the one who delivered that opening statement was the lead House prosecutor, si Congresswoman Jinky Luistro.
I think when I say there were no surprises on the part of the defense, because there were no new arguments raised. We had seen those arguments already in the answer, to the House, echoed in the petition to the Supreme Court, and also in the answer to the Senate. So in that sense, there were no surprises in the opening arguments of the defense.
Mm-mm. Yun nga,
Um,
pero
yes.
go ahead, sige po, go ahead.
So, what was different lang is the style, no?
Mm.
We're very proud to say that our lead public prosecutor uh, did very well in terms of connecting. This is our assessment in terms of connecting to the public and delivering the message that we had wanted, which is that impeachment is an accountability mechanism, and that nobody should be exempt. The vice president is one of the highest officials of the land, and therefore she should be accountable. No? So yun ang entire message. But the way that Chairman Jinky and our lead public prosecutors said it was really in terms of, in my assessment, in terms of what it really means to the people.
Mm.
No? This is not just about politicians. This is not about running for public office. This is about what it means or should mean to the OFW, to the teacher, to the daily wage
Yeah.
earner, etc. No? So, in that sense, I feel that Chairman Jinky, lead public prosecutor Jinky, connected very well, which was
Mm.
what we were so happy about.
Mm. Actually, dun sa mga familiar sa writing style, no? Sa mga pagsusulat din ng mga speeches na ganyan, ay isa sa mga na-notice ko dun sa presentation ni Congresswoman Jinky, yung nagsimula siya ron sa epekto ng issue na yon, yung importance sa ordinary Filipinos, and then tinahi niya sa dulo. So that's basically a writing style eh. I'm curious about what went on behind this. Was this a team effort, or siya po ba mag-isa yung nag-prepare nun? Or pinabasa ba sa inyo? Meron ba siyang preview while you guys are preparing for the opening statement?
I think our debriefing tonight is indicative of, and I would summarize it that everything is a team effort. Everything, and Chairman Jinky said it very well. Um, we are blessed with what happened today because this was the collective team effort. Days and weeks of putting together, marshaling our uh, to make it more understandable to the people. No? And you know, the nice thing about Chairman Jinky is she speaks from the heart. And we have seen it. We have seen it in the many hearings in the House Committee on Justice. It is not a script. It is her speaking from her heart, and us directing her towards expressing it the way that it would connect with our people uh, of all classes, no? Kasi may mga legal arguments, may mga may mga arguments na baka masyadong legal, so dun lang kami nagwe-weigh in, but the ideas are all hers.
Yung kanina po ba, she had a paper in front of her, no? Pero nung pinapanood ko, parang hindi siya nagbabasa. Ano yan, extemporaneous? Give us an idea. Parang hindi siya nagbabasa kanina, hindi po ba?
Yeah, she had a paper in front of her, but she wasn't reading. I think she knew it by heart. Nakita niya naman a very continue. I think there was a lot of self-confidence on her part because of the preparation that went into it, because matagal na niyang ginagawa to, no, mula pa sa house. The issues are very clear to her, and so the way it was marshaled to come out with very clear, madaling maintindihan, parang nag-iistorya lang, ano. And so naka-connect siya. But was she reading from her notes? No, she wasn't reading from her notes.
Sabi niyo kanina, hindi naman surprising yung walang presentation ng new arguments coming from the defense. Ang tanong ko po dito, was that also par for the course since this was just the opening statement, or dapat ba sa opening statement pa lang meron ng pinakitang rebuttal kahit papano? Kasi kanina, yung mga na-raise na issues ng lead defense counsel, basically yung dati pa rin, procedural, 'di ba, jurisdictional, constitutional, at hindi sinasagot direkta yung mga issues. And medyo nakakagulat pa nga ron yung binanggit niya, which to me was a logical fallacy, inelekto ng 32 million Filipinos. Tapos dihamak na mas marami rin mga boto nakuha ng vice presidente dun sa mga house prosecutors. Parang nag-aano siya, yung nagwawhataboutism, di ba? Tapos may gaslighting. But my point is, how did you see those kinds of statements coming from the lead defense counsel? Because all along, we thought na meron ng bagong ilalabas.
Actually, we thought so too, no? Because you will recall that in the many press conferences that they had during the House hearing on impeachment of the Justice Committee, they would keep on saying, we will present our case before the impeachment court. No? We will present the facts before the impeachment court. We will show our evidence before the ready na sila. No? And not to comment on the merits of what they said, but that could be a strategy. No? That could be their strategy. And I'm guessing could be a strategy not to say anything. The same way that it could have been a strategy for the Vice President not to be present. No? So hindi natin alam ano ang strategy nila. Ang masasabi ko lang, this seemed like a rehash of their answer, and both in the Committee on Justice and here in the Senate and the petition in the Supreme Court. So
but
basically mga legal arguments.
Opo. Pero but eventually, no, habang gumugulong po itong paglilitis, kailangan sagutin yung mga issues squarely, hindi po ba?
Yes, because that is what the rules provide. First, it is the prosecution that presents evidence. Pagkatapos nun, the defense na should present evidence. As a matter of fact, procedurally, nung pre-trial order, sinabi na ilang days ang prosecution at ilang days ang defense. No? So trial, the one witness per day will take us to past November or even December. No? But I think it depends on the impeachment court Kasi meron namang mga witnesses na hindi naman kailangan ng whole day, no? Like for instance, just authenticating, kasi napakadami, no? We have more than 4,000 documents, etc. Witnesses who will just authenticate documents as to their authenticity or source, etc. Hindi naman kailangan ng one day. So, depending on the discretion of the public prosecutors, no, and the strategy, and if it is allowed by the impeachment court, pwede naman 2 witnesses or 3 witnesses, no, depending on the length of the test. I'm just talking about direct examination, no, kasi hindi
Opo.
po natin control ang baka we think, no, baka on our side we think that this is pretty straightforward, baka mahaba ang cross. So we don't
Mm.
know how long cross-examination will take.
Pero nga po, kung sakaling masyadong mahaba yung oras ng isang trial day for let's say one witness, pwede ba mag-prepare ka let's say ng 3 to 5 witnesses for a day just in case patawag? Kasi sayang naman yung oras, hindi po ba?
Yes, as a matter of fact, narinig po natin kanina na ang sinabi ni presiding Senate Judge Cheese is that every Tuesday, no, kasi Monday, for the meantime ngayon, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, every Tuesday, the prosecution must come out with a list of witnesses for the next week, no? So that by Wednesday, maglalabas na ng subpoena. So, siguro pag nakita ng, it depends, no? Baka pwedeng isabay, no? But for tomorrow, for this week, dalawa ang subpoenaed witnesses namin. One for tomorrow and one for Wednesday. So we need to come out with our witnesses tomorrow for next week para maka-issue ng subpoena, no? So as a
Okay.
matter of procedure, I think the intention of the impeachment court really is to facilitate, to simplify, to lessen the number of witnesses. As I heard from an interview of one of the in a recent interview that there is a direction to probably lessen the number of witnesses, no, on both
Okay.
sides. No?
Okay. So, ang unahin pong article na lilitisin ay yung pagbabanta ng Vice Presidente sa buhay ng Presidente. Okay. So,
Yes.
bukas po, ano yung inaasahan? Kasi ito yung sinasabi ng iba na the thing speaks for itself. Napanood naman ng maraming
Yes.
Pilipino yon, yung pagbabanta ng Vice Presidente. So, ano po mangyayari tomorrow?
The thing will speak for itself. No? I think major dito is the hiring, not to preempt, no, the presentation, but everybody knows that the Vice President has made a statement in a press conference that she has already hired somebody to kill the President, the First Lady, and former Speaker Martin Romualdez. No? Pero ang overarching dapat hindi, this is kasi baka is misinterpret ng mga nakikinig, no. Ang impeachment case po ay hindi po ito criminal case. We are not trying to prove murder or attempted murder or homicide, mga ganyan, no? Hindi ito criminal case na. This is an impeachment case. So ang importante dito, yung betrayal of public trust. Hindi ba? Violation of the Constitution yan. Tsaka yung inciting to sedition. No? Maalala natin na marami siyang public statements na puputulan ng
Ulo.
ulo. No? So, this will go into, narinig na nila to. No? So, hintayin na lang nila kung paano ilalatag ng prosecution to tomorrow through the witnesses. But what is important is, kasi nasabi ng defense, no, in the opening statement that the Vice President has been elected by almost 33 million Filipinos, no. And that is why it is important to show how the 33 million Filipinos have been betrayed. Betrayal of public trust dito, no? By a public official who it does not seem to be accountable for her deeds, no? Maalala natin yung mga videos na pinakita noon, papakita ulit.